Hello, I'm Henry from KGT Productions, and this is my evaluation. Question 1. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Our film Unknown is similar to films like Hitman Agent 47, the James Bond franchise, Leon and Pulp Fiction. In circumstances, our film is reflected from these, but not in all aspects. As in the music used in our film is very similar to the eerie soundtrack from American Horror Story. Our music is parallel to our film and builds up immense tension and suspense to entice and intrigue the viewers. We chose the music purely on the fact it was creepy, frightening, twisted and fitting to our film. Our film is set on a mansion/barn in the English countryside. This is a typical convention of a hitman's house, somewhere secluded and far away from the law and the authorities. The location of our film was at a large rural household similar to a mansion in the small village of Castle Hedingham. We chose this location as it has suited our film perfectly because it fits the lifestyle of our hitman. His lavish life of money and fast cars is a sign of his immense wealth from his dark business and secret. The perks of having a large property to film on would be the spacious inside. We had no trouble filming as space was not an issue. The misty morning and landscape added a spooky effect to our film shoot. The location of our film is similar to the house/mansion from the Hitchcock thriller Psycho. We could have used any large house in our film, but the isolation of the one in our film suggests why a hitman lives away from the public and keeps to himself. The camera shots used in our film vary from mid-shot, long shot, close-up, POV, over-the-shoulder shot, high angle into mid and many more. An example of the vast amount of camera angles used are demonstrated with the tracking shot, which follows our antagonist down his long corridor leading to his kitchen. The close-up is also used to zoom in on the hitman's emotionless expressions. The mise-en-scène for our film was conventional, from the typical smart suit which hitmen wear to the fast and expensive cars from their rich and dangerous lifestyle. The smart suit shows a sign of profession and formality which conveys that he murders his victims in respectable attire, which shows that he associates his murderous lifestyle to a normal day job. This prime example is depicted well in Hitman Agent 47. The characters featured in Unknown are a conventional little knowing wife of the hitman, the brutal and sly hitman himself, and the scared and frail victim. The wife of the hitman appears to be good and caring as the hitman's breakfast is ready for him as he comes down the stairs. This makes the audience think if the wife is truly in love with him or just the fact that she is scared and afraid to disobey him and get on the wrong side of her secretive husband. How does your media product represent particular social groups? The particular social group featured in our films are young adults. These are portrayed through the characters in the film. The antagonist, Edward, mimics the life of a dangerous young man of the risky business, similar to characters like James Bond and Agent 47 from the film Agent 47. The wife of the hitman is similar age but knows little knowledge of Edward's dark business and history. Then we have the weak and scared victim, who is portrayed to have no chance of escape from the hitman. The hitman himself, Edward, would be high class. The antagonist is from a wealthy background. This allows the audience to suggest things about the other characters in the film. It is clear that Edward's wife has come from a middle-class family just from seeing the clothes she wears. Marrying Edward has therefore put her into the higher class and has boosted her social status. The victim is also from the middle class but is depicted weak and vulnerable through the fact that she is a girl and is stereotyped to be scared and frail. Our film shows the difference between the dominant male seen to be Edward and the weak and submissive female. It also shows the difference in society through social class. What kind of media institution might distribute your media product and why? There are many ways a film can be distributed. Most of the time, big films are distributed through a conglomerate. A conglomerate is a corporation built up from a number of companies. An example of a conglomerate would be Walt Disney Pictures, which owns other companies such as Marvel, Lucasfilm and Pixar. Independent films get funded by the lottery. Our film is a low-budget film, so we are more likely to use digital distribution than traditional celluloid, as it is cheaper and virtually anyone in the world can watch it. Celluloid deteriorates after watching the same copy over and over. Again, because of our film is low budget, it would be unlikely that we got a deal with a large conglomerate such as Disney, because our independence and chances of making huge profit. Thus, we will try to get public financing such as I, Daniel Blake, and we will try to receive money from lots of different companies such as E1 Films and the BFI. Who would be the audience for your media product? We have targeted Unknown to be a niche audience, the niche audience being people who enjoy thriller films and the thriller genre in general. Unknown has a BBFC age rating of 15. The gory violence makes our film less psychological than other thrillers. This is why our age rating is 15 plus rather than 18 plus, as it is easy to follow for the younger generation. The older generation are more likely to prefer less gore and more mind games for say. As our main antagonist for other films is male, our film is more likely to appeal to the male audience, as it's the male character in the film who withholds all the power and control, who also obtains dominance over the other characters in the film, especially the female victim. How did you attract/address your audience? We attracted our target audience through Unknown's gripping 2-minute film clip. The prime fact that our film is a thriller makes people want to watch it, as thrillers are categorised as exciting and in some cases spine-chilling. As I said before, the music used in our film is parallel and is similar to the music from the popular TV series American Horror Story. When people hear our music, they will automatically recognise it and associate it with the hit US series, therefore shortcutting our film to a hotspot. The storyline of our film is similar to the likes of Hitman Agent 47, as well as the James Bond franchise in some respects. The storyline itself is intriguing and would be thrilling for anyone to watch. Adding in components from the mise-en-scene, like a flashy expensive car and a large house, really helped our film out and made it possible to compare it with other thrillers, which shared the similar standards and the typical hitman plot. What have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing this product? The technologies used have been a vital part of our film. We filmed our film on a DSLR camera which recorded in a decent quality at a good frame rate. We then took the scenes from our film and merged them onto Premiere Pro. From there we did what was necessary, like cut the film and order the clips to allow our film to come together. We downloaded a suitable ident to use as an introduction for our film to give our film a professional look. Then we branded it with our group name, KJT Productions. We added cuts to our film, like the cross dissolve, which we used well, transitioning from the jam on the hand scene to a flashback from Edward's dark past. I've learnt that rising the sound of the scenes and lowering the sound of others adds to the overall well-being and increases the effects of the film. We used appropriate film titles which were easy for the audience to read and also displayed the right deal of credit for the cast of our film. Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learned in the progression from it to the full product? Looking back at our preliminary task, I can see how our group has really improved. Our preliminary film was rushed and showed low quality filming skills. The camera movement was shaky and the shots used were basic and predictable. Our finished film, Unknown, was noticeably better and contained smooth editing skills as well as good and interesting content. The editing used for our preliminary wasn't as smooth and efficient as our finished film. The music used in our preliminary was contrapuntal and didn't fit well with our film. Our finished film's music reflects well to our film. Also, for our preliminary, we didn't have the availability of props or costumes, so we had to make do with what we had to improvise. The costumes used in our finished film were discussed in depth and made our film professional. Also, the setting and location for our preliminary, we had to use the school as it was easy for everyone to get to and was available during school hours. Filming in the school made it obvious that we hadn't organised somewhere else to film, so we made sure that changed when we filmed our final film. The storyline for our preliminary was rushed and didn't have much meaning to it. In conclusion, my group and I have come a long way since our preliminary task, and we have learned a lot in the process. Making a preliminary as a starting task has helped our group, as we were told what we need to improve and what we should do if we want to achieve the highest grade possible. Thank you from Henry, KJT Productions.